Hello YouTube, this is BlackOpsLeader. This is my first YouTube video. I am here to review my choice for a combative handgun in 9mm chambering. This is the ZZ SP01 Tactical. It is based off the very prominent 75B by ZZ, which has been used very often in European countries. It is said that it is one of the most prolific weapons used by military and police today. Although I am not certain about the accuracy of that because it comes straight from the ZZ website, after having shot this weapon, I am fully confident that I would in fact use this as a combative weapon. A little background on myself: I am a former United States Marine. I have served as an executive protection specialist, and I've competed in IPSC. I really am looking forward to providing you my insight with this weapon, so I'm going to jump into the statistics of this weapon, and then I'll give you my personal impression. As my aid, I'm going to bring out my 511 First Responder Spear Point. This is what I'm going to use as a pointer so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. First, I'd like to go ahead and state that this sells for approximately $650. It is chambered in 9mm Luger, and you can see it comes with an extended magazine. It says that it's an 18-round magazine. In fact, you can fit 19, making this a 20-round weapon. It weighs in at approximately 2.4 pounds with an overall length of 8.2 inches, a barrel length of 4.7, and a height of 5.8. The width on this weapon comes in, so you can see it, at 1.5 inches. It is a pretty slender weapon, and I really do appreciate the way it feels. It is very heavy, though. It does, I mean, the 2.4 pounds, it's a pretty heavy weapon. It is all steel. It does come with a cold hammer forged, and it is double action, single action. This particular model, the Tactical, comes with ambidextrous decocker, which is my preferred mode for a combative pistol, and I'll explain why in a few moments. It has fixed night sights, which are true glow tritium sights. I find that to be my preferred choice for combat sights. If I were to compete, I'd want something like a Broman sight or an adjustable sight, but for a weapon that I'm going to use as a combative handgun, I want something simple, something that's not going to come out of alignment, and something that allows me to aim in the dark. Truth is, most of the time I probably use my aim and shoot, kind of instinctive point shoot, and that is what I find to be most effective for me. If you don't have combat experience, I understand, but hey, what can I say? We're all at different levels. Speaking of which, you'll notice that I did not safety check the weapon. That is because I have already previously safety checked it. If you are a safety check Nazi, please move on, because this is not a kindergarten video. This is, you know, speaking to my fellow brother in arms, fellow servicemen, fellow civilian sheepdog that have a familiarity with weapons, that know that you should check them, that are aware of the safety procedures and protocol. Now, I'm going to go ahead and empty this out. This comes with a steel magazine, and it actually comes with two of them. They are very well made. I really do like them. They're pretty easy to clean. They come apart at the bottom, and they have a good follower. Some people have had issues with the springs. I have not. I've had no need to replace them whatsoever, and I leave them loaded most of the time. This is a fantastic magazine, and it's better than a lot of the other magazines that I've purchased for some of my other firearms. I did get this one free at the range. Someone left that there, and I had an opportunity to pick it up from the actual range master. They couldn't find the owner, so I lucked out. This right here is for a 75B. It's I guess originating model, and as you can see, it's a much more flush fit. I prefer that for my carry. I'll carry this as my backup. This right here carries 16 plus 1, give me 17 rounds of 9mm, and that's pretty good for me. Speaking of the 9mm chambering, some people find that it's underpowered. That could have been true several years ago. However, with today's modern charges and modern loads, a good 9mm defensive round is quite capable of providing you sufficient stopping power. In addition, you do have better target reacquisition after each shot, and you have a better capacity. That said, I am a 45 fan. and I do have a 45 as my as my nightstand gun. However, if I am actively engaging, I prefer the 9mm, and I also prefer it for range use. Let's go ahead and give you some of the additional features of this weapon. As you can see, it comes with a full light rail, which I really do like. Some people do not. I always prefer to have the option. It also comes with serrations front and back. One of the distinctive features of the ZZ is that it has a very, very narrow top rail, and that is both a pro and a con. The con is that you get less surface grip area. However, because of the jimping on this weapon, it is easy to rack, and I really do like that about it. It does have front one, so you can check your chamber, and again, I like that about that as well. The pro to that aspect, however, is the fact that it does have an internal rail system. If you look right here, the rail is actually right inside the lower receiver, and so it actually makes the weapon inherently more accurate. I've shot this up against, and not just like against other people, but myself shooting the P226. I've shot the Glock. I've shot several other 9mm, and this for me, in my hands, outshoots them all. I really do like it. Let's see here. Someone is asking me if I'm getting on, so I better keep this short. As far as the trigger, it does have some creep, and I personally like that, and I'll kind of explain why in a moment. But I will carry this weapon, if you can see, as I decock it with the ambidextrous decocker. It stays in half cock mode. This gives me a shorter trigger reset, and as I pull, it's a very smooth, relatively light motion. Once it does reset, it stays hammered back, and it's a very short reset. Please listen. And back to pull, extremely light, and it pops off. I really enjoy that. One of my biggest gripes regarding this weapon, however, is the takedown procedure. Now, this is an older design weapon. It comes from an era where the concept is a heavier weapon is a better weapon. It gives you more accuracy, and in many ways I agree with it. However, if I were to really ask myself how I can make this gun better, it would be to provide a more SIG-like takedown with the down lever here that would allow you to take it apart a little easier, or maybe even the Glock style hinge that you pull down right here in this little area. You pop it down and it comes straight out. That is not the case with this weapon. This is more reminiscent of a 1911. You'll find that there are some hash marks back here in the back. If you align these, you go ahead and take a magazine and pop the retaining pin, which is right here. You pop it out and it comes straight out for us. This weapon has not been cleaned. I am currently running it about 300 rounds without cleaning. I'm trying to get to the point where it actually starts to malfunction, so I have a better idea of where it's at. As you can see, it comes apart very easily, very quickly, and it has some nice features. You'll see it has the dual lug locks. I like that. Some people prefer the one singular large lock. I understand the reasoning for it, but still, it does have a polymer guide rod. Some people do not like that about this weapon. I have not had an issue at all with this, and I've put about 3,000 rounds through this particular gun. I'm going to go ahead and start putting it back together so you can see the process. It's pretty quick and painless. It's on. Guide rails in. Function check, and it's good to go. Now, I really, like I said, I really do prefer this weapon. It's a fantastic shooter. It gives me great accuracy out to 25 yards. I can hit headshots at a combat pace with it at that yardage, and I'll be glad to put on some shooting videos. Unfortunately, I just have not had the time. It's been a bit cold outside. If there's any questions that you guys have, please feel free to leave a comment. I would love to discuss this particular model with anybody out there that may have questions. I know I went back and forth quite a bit, and it took a while for me to make a decision. And that's the truth. Whenever I'm looking for a firearm, like right now, I'm really challenging myself on a 45, and I'm looking at a Springfield loaded, or customizing my own Rock Island Armory, or picking up a ZZ97. So, you know, I go back and forth all the time. If you're interested in this gun, you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. I'll be glad to address them. I hope that you found this informative. I hope that you enjoyed the video. This is my first video, like I said, so pardon the ums and the whats and the slight fumbling. I tried to make it as concise as I could. Thank you.